Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to today's episode of the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth videos on your Green Bay Packers. We have new episodes every day, Monday through Friday, so hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Today, we break down the keys to victory for the Green Bay Packers in their Week 4 meeting with the Dallas Cowboys. It'll be Sunday night football under the lights in Big D. Packers enter the game with a 2-1 record, while Dallas is 1-2. The Packers blew a late 10-point lead, lost to the Browns last week 13-10, while the Cowboys fell to the Bears 31-14. Green Bay leads the all-time series 17-13 in the regular season. The first meeting was back in 1960, which was the Cowboys' expansion year. And in the postseason, the Packers are 5-4 against the Cowboys. So Green Bay holds the edge there as well. The first of the 6 keys we're going to look at is protecting Jordan Love. The Packers' offensive line was really outplayed badly last week against Cleveland, and injuries were certainly a part of it. Starting left guard Aaron Banks, starting right tackle Zach Tom. They didn't practice again Wednesday or Thursday. Their status for Sunday night's game remains up in the air. And with the bye week coming up, the Packers may be inclined to rest them to try to get them healthy for the long haul for the rest of the season. Now, last week, the offensive line for Green Bay allowed 5 sacks and far too many pressures, and they cannot allow a repeat performance against the Cowboys. The good news is, though, Dallas's front 7 nowhere near as strong as Cleveland's. So hopefully, in 3 games so far, Dallas has 3 sacks. The Packers hope to give Jordan Love enough time to throw. And if they do, boy, Dallas's secondary, not very good. They are dead last in the league, allowing 288 passing yards per game. So if Love does have time to throw, he should have a big game against the Cowboys. Key number 2, as we stick with the Green Bay offense, let's open some holes for Josh Jacobs and the running game. Again, the key here is the offensive line. Jacobs was hit behind the line of scrimmage too far often, didn't even average 2 yards a carry, and yet it really wasn't his fault. He's still breaking tackles, but the blocking just hasn't been there. Now, Dallas is in the middle of the pack, 17th in the 32-team league. They give up 110 yards per game on the ground. Jacobs has to get back to running effectively. He still makes people miss. The holes just haven't been there. Key matchup to watch, center Elton Jenkins, who himself admitted he did not play well last week against Cleveland, going up against former Packer and longtime teammate Kenny Clark in the middle of that line. That's going to be a big matchup. But if Jenkins can play well, the Packers might be able to move the ball on the ground consistently for the first time all season. Key number 3, let's get some pressure on Dak Prescott. The Packers have been great at getting pressure on the quarterback this year, both with sacks, hits, pressures. Micah Parsons obviously has been a big addition. He's helped Rashawn Gary, who now leads the league in sacks, Devontae Wyatt, who leads all defensive tackles and pressures, and even Lucas Van Ness has improved noticeably this year after the addition of Parsons. Tyler Booker, the starting guard for the Dallas Cowboys, hasn't practiced yet this week, and Jeff Hafley will probably move Parsons around to take advantage of whichever matchups he feels are best on any given play. Keep in mind, Parsons is going to be stoked to have a big game. He wants to prove to Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner, that he made a mistake in trading him to Green Bay. If the Packers can get pressure on Dak Prescott, they can get him off his game and force him into some mistakes. If not, Prescott is still a very talented quarterback who can really play well, making Dallas throw under pressure. Definitely a big part of this game. Number 4, the key for the Packers defense, let's slow down Javonte Williams. He is the top running back for the Cowboys, who have the 11th best rushing offense in the NFL. Williams averaging 5.3 yards per carry, but the Packers defense third in the league this year in yards allowed per game. Quietly, Colby Wooden has done a really good job in the middle of that line. And then you have the speedy linebackers in Edrin Cooper and Quay Walker that limit opposing runners. If the Packers can slow down Williams, they can make the Cowboys offense one-dimensional. That helps the pass rush, and you're playing complementary defense. Number 5, the Packers cannot let tight end Jake Ferguson have a big game. CD Lamb, the top receiver for the Cowboys, out of the lineup. Ferguson will now be Prescott's top target. He leads all NFL tight ends with 27 catches through 3 games, but he's averaging less than 7 yards per catch. His longest catch is 19 yards. He is very much a possession receiver. Green Bay strong at safety. You've got Xavier McKinney, Javon Bullard, and Evan Williams there. They've got to hold Ferguson in check, not let him help the Cowboys sustain some drives, and hopefully if they can do that and not let him have a big game, that'll help keep the Dallas passing game in check. Got to keep Ferguson and the other Cowboys receivers in front of you and then rally to the ball. The Packers have done a good job of that all season long. Number 6, you got to reduce the mental mistakes. The Packers committed too many penalties last week. So many of them were lining up offside, false starts, just mental errors. The Packers cannot afford to beat themselves. They are the better team on paper than the Cowboys, but they were the better team on paper than the Browns and managed to lose that game in part because of all the errors they made. Head coach Matt LaFleur has got to reduce those mental errors and get this team back on track. As far as our prediction is concerned, this is a key game. If the Packers use last week's loss as a wake-up call, they can get back on track, take care of business, and go to 3-1 entering the bye. This will be an emotional game for Micah Parsons and for Kenny Clark. The Packers have always done well down in Dallas since the Cowboys moved to Jerry World, and this should be a get-right game for the Packers. It won't be easy. Dallas does have a potentially explosive offense, but the Packers defense hasn't allowed any team to gain 250 yards or score 20 points so far, and they've already faced some top offenses in Washington and Detroit. The Packers will get back on track with a solid win, but it won't be a cakewalk. Packers 31, Cowboys 23. Don't forget to check out our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles about your Packers. We go every day, Monday through Saturday there. And Saturday we have our history article that will tie in usually with this week's opponent. So make sure you check that out. Hit the like button and subscribe here on YouTube so you never miss an episode of the Daily Packers Post. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. And of course, go Pack Go.